The prayer today is, Dear Jesus, I thank you for today. I thank you for previous days. You never forsake me. You are so gracious to me and have shown me your mercy. That I am alive is not by my power, but by yours, Lord. For that, I say thank you. Amen.
Amen.
So the first item on the agenda is the financials for today, which include a transfer from the Commissioner's Miscellaneous Transfers Out account to the auditor in their financial admin accounting account to allow funds to pay an increased state audit charge for 2021. And there's two cash transfers, one from the general fund to public assistance for our January through March 2022 mandated share, and to Court Technology for a portion of their 2022 funding, plus the $39,750 approved during the budget hearings for their equipment purchases for this year. And among the vouchers are $23,507.04 from the Commissioner's Office to Then Design Architecture Ltd. for services related to the new county office building, and $36,144.65 from the Engineer's Office to CWS Incorporated for a Finn T60 Hydro Seat trailer, and $32,056 from Water Resources to Junction Auto Sales for a new 2021 model year Dodge Ram 1500 pickup truck. And among the revenue certifications are one from Common Pleas to the Court Technology, and also pre-sentence investigation funds, and from Water Resources in their Bainbridge Water Project Fund for monies not previously budgeted for 2022.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yes.
Commissioner DeBoer.
Yes.
Okay, and then the next item is the Commissioner's Office are requesting the board request the county auditor to distribute the balance in the Domestic Violence Fund, Fund number 2070 to Women's Safe, the local agency designated by the Commissioners to receive such monies. This allocation is to be paid pursuant to Section 3113.34 of the ORC for the 2021 year in the amount of $12,796.97.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yes.
Commissioner DeBoer.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you
very
Amy.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Andrea
I'm Andrea
Goodka is
from
here
Women's
from
Safe.
Women's Safe.
Oh,
I just
good.
wanted to say thank you. This
Oh.
has been many years that you guys have supported this fund, and I just wanted to say thank you.
Well, thanks for coming
Thanks
in.
for coming in.
Thank you.
So are you involved in the one down in Chester with the facility in Chesterland too?
The resale shop? Yes, those funds do support our
Did
organization.
they get the construction started down there with the repairs? I know that we had supplemented how much was it, almost?
Oh, the CDBG, that was
Yeah.
actually at their main location. That was their warehouse, their building behind our main on 44.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yes, there's two separate
I see.
facilities. This is our donation facility that you guys have.
So is that all finished
All
up?
completed, thank you.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good.
County Engineer.
Commissioners, morning.
Good morning.
Oh,
Look in your bag.
It's okay.
I'm here for first, number 3. Requesting, Engineer's Office requesting the board accept and execute Department of Transportation Office of Technical Services 2021 County Highway System mileage certification for 234.757 miles. There have been no changes from the 2020 County Highway System mileage certification,
Good.
even with the vacations paid.
No, huh?
No, they weren't included in the
Okay.
that
Ross
system.
Township.
In
Yeah.
before.
They were never on the system.
Okay.
Okay. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yes.
Commissioner DeBoer.
Yes.
Number
Number 4.
4. County Engineer's Office is requesting the board approve and authorize Timothy C. Lennon, County Commissioner, to execute Ohio Public Works Commission Appendix E disbursement request, form and certification number 2 and final in order to release the funds from the state portion of our OPWC grant, CG 38Y, for Butternut Road, sections D and E, resurfacing Munson Township, Newberry Townships, in the amount of $52,128.08. was under by, I think it's $1,200.
All right, second.
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, have a good day.
You too.
Stay warm.
Ooh, every day.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Looks like you're staying warm.
I am staying
Yeah.
warm. Saying back there, I said, can't complain, there's a lot of folks working outside today who have it so much worse than me, but
right.
I'm cold today. So, I'm here for our legal services contract. We are looking for you to approve and authorize a legal services agreement with Schraff and Thomas to do elder care. They typically do financial power of attorneys, elder care planning. Western Reserve Area Agency on Aging, they do an RFP every 2 years for providers. And Schraff and Thomas, they were awarded the funding through Western Reserve Area Agency on Aging. They reduced their rates to $125 an hour, down from different attorneys charge between $250 and $325. So they offer a reduced rate, and after that, Western Reserve pays $23.97 per hour, leaving us a balance of $101.03.
Good.
It's a 2-year contract for 22 and 23.
Okay.
Very good.
Motion?
Second.
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Aye.
Commissioner DeWort.
Yes.
Thank you all so
Thank
much.
you. Have a
Have a
good
good
day.
day.
Appreciate it.
Is Roger coming in?
This is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Christie, as I do this, but this is just their credit card authorization for this year.
Correct.
That would have been done normally during the
Reorg.
reorg, but the paperwork wasn't finally processed.
Okay.
This is
I
just-
didn't have the original. Only had a copy.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you guys?
How you
Good.
doing, Julian?
Pretty good. I'm here to get you guys to authorize and approve the President of the Board execute the Ohio Department of Transportation grant. It's the one that we get every year for operating, so it's $801,001 for operating, which is the 80/20, we get reimbursed. No, it's 50/50. 50/50 on the operating is what we get reimbursed, so we pay 50, and they reimburse us 50% of it. And then the federal operating also for $610, $839 for the cap maintenance, which is the 80/20. And this is for January 1st, you know, past January 1st through December 31st of this year, and then authorize me to actually electronically submit it after you guys sign it. So I would just be submitting it. I won't sign it, I just submit what you guys signed electronically.
Okay.
All right.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort.
Yes.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
Once they sign it, do you want to take it with you, have Laura sign it, and just send me a copy back?
Yes, can do that.
Maybe I'm sure he's going to talk about
Number 8,
Number 8, which is
CCAO.
Yeah, this is just their annual request to nominate one of the board members as, one of the commissioners as the voting member for CCA.
When is it?
It won't be until December,
December.
but if they have to have any special meetings during the year regarding
Okay.
appointment of, their board members or anything else.
Who is it now, Jim?
Me.
It's you and Tim. This voting
Me and
member
then Tim.
alternate is Tim.
I'll do it this year.
I'll make that motion then.
You want to do an alternate too at the same time?
Yeah.
I'll be
Jim,
the
you wanna
alternate.
do it, or you wanna
Okay.
do it?
Just have to do it once.
Okay.
So we're
Okay.
doing, the primary is Tim, so this is backwards. So I will reprint this and get this to you before you leave today.
Okay.
Sign. Okay, so I got Tim as the second. Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort.
Yes.
Stop that.
Redo that.
Next one is
The
Jared.
next one is, sorry, I left my glasses sitting on my desk. so-
Oh, no! This is your pair of glasses.
You want me to hold them up over here?
I was gonna say, I could probably read it better over there. But yeah, this is payment request number 14 for Donley's for the new office building, in the amount of $1,535,293.97.
Okay.
Good job.
You should.
Yeah.
If I hold it far
You
enough
missed
out of my arms, I
You,
can see
you,
it.
you got it right.
I can't see if I put it here, but
Missed
if
it
I
by a
hold it
penny.
up here, I can see it perfect.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Spudler. Commissioner Lennon.
Yes.
Commissioner DeBoer.
Yes. And then number 10 is, I'd like to appoint Ken Burnett as my alternate on the Solid Waste Management District Policy Committee. It was Jonathan Tiber. He got got like a promotion at work. He can't get away at these meetings. Ken Burnett is semi-retired, and he said he could make the meetings.
Good.
The policy board meetings.
When do they usually do those, Jim? The policy meetings?
The first one is the first Wednesday of the month, every other month,
Oh,
starting
okay.
in February.
Oh, okay.
And I'm trying to get the policy board to rotate, go down to Warren or somewhere in Jaga County
Mm.
every other month. So,
So they don't
made
have to drive.
arrangements. Right, for,
Yeah.
like the April meeting would be the first one for the policy board people to come to Jaga County,
Mm-hmm.
instead of everybody from Jaga always going to Warren.
Yeah,
Try to
it's a
split it
hike.
up.
It's hard to get people to drive an hour to,
Right.
and back an hour, yeah.
So we'll see if that
Yeah.
goes through, but,
I'll
yeah,
make that
that's,
motion.
Okay, second.
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner
Yes.
Lennon. Commissioner DeBoer.
yes.
Good.
Novak sent me a reminder email that this Friday is the last day to make any changes to your community advisory and the rural advisory council. That you have two positions that have very low attendance or none at all.
So community advisory,
Yes,
and then
that was,
rural.
community advisory was Dean Carlo,
Yep.
and he has not attended any meetings at all. And then the other rural advisory, because you filled Mr. Oros's last week with Joe.
Yes.
We still have Gary Neal Jr. has very little attendance, so they're asking if you want to make any changes to either of those positions, because
Didn't I have Mike Warner in there? Mike Warner?
I never remember. This is the current list that they sent me. What you have in what positions.
So you got Joe Mazurko to do the one, right?
Yeah, he's on there as John Oros.
Oh,
That's,
yeah.
you filled, but the other two,
Oh,
they're
Low
seated
attendance.
positions, but
Oh.
if you want to make any changes to them because they either haven't been at a meeting or have very low attendance, this is your last opportunity because all changes have to be made according to the deadline is Friday.
Hmm.
Sounds good. Don't make all the meetings.
Who?
Sounds good. Don't make all the meetings.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we'll have to reach out a little bit, see what we can do.
So if it's not in this week, we can't change it then?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, to be quite honest with you, that stuff is such a waste of time. I mean,
It's becoming that way.
we get more out of talking to that wall than we could down there.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
So it's
I'm just giving you the opportunity
I
to.
mean, I don't want
see
to
if any
put people
changes.
through that pain and agony of going down there and getting disgusted.
So leave it as is and then.
Yeah, we'll leave it
Okay.
as is until.
Okay.
Okay. Nothing else? Chris, anything else?
Just that Jen, from Solid Waste asked me about you guys doing a meeting, the first Tuesday in February.
That'd be February 1.
Didn't we have one scheduled with her or something? Like
It was
that?
flexible
Oh,
because
okay.
we're trying to set up for, the
Order.
building's coming along good, but trying to figure out a grand opening like the first week of March.
Mm.
And everything will be done and hopefully it'll be a little bit warmer and blah, blah, blah. That's why I figured maybe all 6 of us commissioners could get together on February 1st. That's the first Tuesday.
Yeah.
So far, so
We have
good.
a meeting
Clear
that-
schedule.
that-
And we're switching back to
Like-
quarterly, I think, or
Yes.
something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yes, so, it would be that first Tuesday of February, it would be like at 1 o'clock.
Yep.
Okay.
Good, good.
Right on.
Any public comment? Alex?
Beat you to
I
it.
just have a couple of questions regarding the building. How much is paid to date? Do you know that, Jerry?
I don't know that off the top of my head, but I can get that for you.
Okay, and then, what has been done and what still needs to be done?
Well, they still have, you know, the exterior, other than the openings that they still have open for bringing materials in and out of the building. It's complete. The paving, they still have the finished paving once the building breaks. And they're actually, they're putting in the
These are all
doors and that on the third floor right now. And working on the second floor, the same thing. So basically, one thing that's really major thing, there's nothing major left to do. It's they're down to the painting and putting in the final issues, the doors and the interior windows and that.
And then, are there any, delays from the supply chains that's going on right now?
No.
Okay,
We've
thank
not-
God.
We've not had
Thank
that
God for that.
experience. Donnelly's, our contractor, saw it coming. They've actually had, they purchased stuff well in advance, and it's been sitting in a warehouse waiting to be installed. So,
Well, knock on wood on that too. But everything else is still on schedule?
yes.
Cool, that's all. Thanks.
Go ahead.
Okay, Diane Jones, Auburn Township. I'm asking after the development of the second county building and the hiring, there was a hiring, and we haven't heard anything further about that. So what is the update on that second building?
As far as the phase two, the phase two
Phase
portion
two.
is not necessarily a second building. That's, it's gonna probably be upgrades to existing buildings, not a second building. That's yet to be determined. I'm still in negotiations with the architect and TDA, and NV5 on the contract.
Wait a minute, we're still in negotiations with whom, please?
With Then Design and NV5, which is the architect and the owner's rep. I'm putting together the contract with them for their work.
Yeah,
So
and this
they've not
is,
been officially hired yet.
Yeah, there's
They
been no
were,
contract
they were
signed.
approved to go out and work, for me to work with them to create a contract.
but this is, just to be clear, this is not about going forward with building a new building. We're kind of having to start from square one and find out what our needs, and it's gonna be we're gonna have to start all over again to see what if we're gonna build something new or update what we have, or, so,
So basically, then, are you anticipating the same kind of development, same kind of questioning that occurred before the initiation of the first building?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, obviously, there's the square, and what do we do with some of those facilities? Those things are only getting older. Some of those buildings are built in I think the 1800s, so do we continue to put money into those buildings trying to fix them up, or do we look at, bringing those offices together somewhere on the square? Obviously, there's the things that have to stay in the city limits up there, and I know there's been a lot of people that want to continue to stay up on the square. The courthouse is getting older. The windows alone, I think, is a huge proposition as far as fixing just the windows in that building. So that's what we're going to bring Then Design on to help us, moving forward with those decisions.
and how much of this is a continuing result of court decisions, the outcome with Sheridan? It's basically, this is a follow-up for that case then, correct? Or not
No,
correct?
no. This was planned throughout the entire process, was a phase two of knowing when we did the original Bowen report, we got the information on all the buildings, and then working towards consolidating everything, and that resulted in the new building that we're building down there. But now we realize, we knew all along, we had a phase two issue of what are we doing with the existing facilities we still have in the city of Chardon? Because we know that there are certain offices that have to remain in the city of Chardon per the Ohio Revised Code. So this is not a response to the city of Chardon's lawsuit. This was the plan all along.
So then, the Bowen plans that resulted, are those being utilized right now, or will it be a whole new set of evaluations?
That will be the starting point for TDA, is what was already reviewed. But that Bowen plan is now what, 6 years old,
Yeah,
7 years
yeah.
old.
I'm
so
sure they'll
there's
probably
been-
take a look
There's
at
been
it.
further along, things have gotten further
Yeah, it's a
along
starting
since
point.
then. So
Yeah.
again, want to go back and look, reevaluate.
But those
the-
Bowen plans were, just to be clear, those were Chardon's Bowen's plans. They paid to do those plans.
Well, no, we're not talking about the
No.
plans, I'm talking about Bowen's original study.
Our
Right.
feasibility
Yeah,
study.
the
Yeah,
feasibility
yeah,
study.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, TDA would start from
Yeah.
that perspective,
Yeah.
review those, and move
Okay.
forward from there.
Yeah.
So that's T as in Tom, D
It's-
as in
they're doing the
dog.
work.
It's then,
Workforce now.
Then
the
design.
official name of the company is Then Design Architects.
Well, then, yes,
So-
but the
so
other one.
TDA is, that's still the architects, that's just taking
Okay.
and shortening it to make it easier than having to say
Okay.
Then Design Architects every time you
Oh,
talk about it.
yeah, okay, right, of course.
Jerry,
Yeah.
for the record, could you enumerate what departments need to stay in the city?
You have the elected official, the recorder, the courts, the treasurer, the auditor, clerk of courts. Those are directly required under the Ohio Revised Code to stay in the city.
Okay. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Aye.
I- I-
Good.